Well, a little while from now, we also had the Tecma in the numbers that came out. They declared their numbers which were much above what the street was anticipating. Profits rose by 37% to 377 crores. A lot of the rebound came from the fact that Mahindra Satyam during the fourth quarter had an exceptional item, in fact an exceptional gain, and that led to the growth in profit. Also the fact that Comviva acquisition took place during this quarter, and the stronger profit did come in from that. However, we are expecting it to be just around 10% higher. If you look at the exceptional item from associates, it came in at 57 crore rupees. Profits of course coming in much stronger than as estimated on the street. On the top line front, revenues were higher by 6.5%. Not too much of strength over there, but most of the strength would have to be from that Comviva acquisition. In fact, the management currently is addressing a press conference. Let's listen in.
Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon and welcome to our quarter and year ending March 31st, 2013 results. I think when I look back at it, it has been a good year. Our consolidated revenues for the quarter were 1,907 crores, up 34% year on year and 6.5% sequentially. The EBITDA for the quarter was 380 crores, up 50% year on year and 1% sequentially. Consolidated PAT for the quarter was at rupees 377 crores, up 25% year on year and 37% quarter on quarter. For the full year, the consolidated revenues were around 6,870 crores, up 25% year on year. The EBITDA for the year was 1,424 crores, up 55% year on year. EBITDA margins at 20.7%, an improvement of 400 basis points. The consolidated PAT for the year was at rupees 1288 crores, up 18%. As we look back, I believe we delivered 9.2% growth in dollar terms, in large measure helped by our strategic acquisitions, which I'm delighted to inform you are doing very well. Our momentum in our non-BT business continued with 21% growth in FY13. On organic basis, non-BT grew 13% in quarter 4 on a year-on-year basis, and this is in line with our strategy for broad-based revenues. So, net, we are looking at smart growth both on the overall revenue and on EBITDA front. And on EBITDA front, we have managed to increase our EBITDA margins substantially during the year, have crossed the threshold of 20%, and EBITDA margins after a gap of almost 3 years. Our recognition as a partner of choice in managed services to telcos globally has resulted in some significant wins, and our large deal pipeline remains healthy. Our acquisitions, as I said earlier, have worked well and have been delivering as per our expectations, though they are at early stages. We have to look at our growth in the context of what is happening globally. US, I think, is on the path of recovery. The demand is growing. We are seeing also some expansion in discretionary spend. But as we all know, US is a very competitive market. We have done well in Asia, Middle East and Africa, but what has been remarkable this year in these regions has been a smart uptick in our profitability there. This was achieved through series of measures and our greater familiarity with how these economies function. So there has been, I think, a qualitative improvement in the way we in the way we operate in these areas. Europe continues to have issues, as we all know, but you see a greater sense of stability, or perhaps acquiescence that the growth in Europe is going to be low and patchy, and crises will emerge from time to time, but they have now become a part of their daily existence. If it's not Greece, it's Cyprus. If it's not Cyprus, it could be some other country. Now, that has had, I think, a positive impact for us, because Europe recognizes that it has to be competitive. So some of the barriers which were there earlier are coming down, and that is why, paradoxically, we have perhaps the healthiest pipeline in Europe. The technology is changing. The telcos are facing huge constraints on networks because of the almost insatiable demand for data. That again is positive. But the most positive thing is, insofar as TechM is concerned, and we are proud of it, is that we are now an unquestioned leader in the telecom industry. In India, we are ahead of every other technology company, and that is a sense of great satisfaction. Let me, before I pass on the mic to CP, talk a bit about merger. The hearing on the merger before the Andhra Pradesh High Court is complete. The judgment is reserved, and we expect the judgment to come up, a decision to come up sometimes in the first or second week of June. And if the judgment is positive, which we expect, or we hope at least it will be, then the two companies stand merged. But we'll keep you posted as we go along. But this is the de jure, or the legal position. De facto, we are operating as one company. We have common management, common information system. Only the accounts are separated at this point of time. Well, thank you very much. CP, you would, I'm sure, like to add to what I've said.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. The quarter's results have been satisfactory. Most of you have seen the growth of Tech Mahindra, the transformation of Tech Mahindra from Mahindra British Telecom. As many of you would recall, one of the major questions used to be, if BT is the major customer and BT is the major shareholder, what will happen to this firm? And whatever questions that you asked were legitimate. The good news is that BT is still a big customer, BT is still the biggest customer, and we are very, very happy and proud to be a partner which has won massive accolades, about 47 prizes in the last quarter from BT through their internal innovation contests. And, and the other good news is that from a shareholder perspective is that I think BT's revenue is now roughly 30.3%. As you know, it was 95% earlier. Our number of active customers has grown to almost 150 in FY13. These have grown from 130 in FY12 and 11 customers have come because of our acquisition of Comviva.
That was, of course, the management at Tech Mahindra talking about the good quarter gone by, 37% higher on the profit front. In fact, the only overhang that stands is that impending merger. The management indicating that the judgment has come out but is reserved as of now, and they're expecting it to be revealed possibly by the first or second week of June. And they're, of course, counting on a positive outcome for that merger. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of Newsroom.